family fast and prayer. We do annual events. These are all things we do. Number 6, we do extended fellowship with our ERCA partners. Individuals have benefited from being here. There has been discovery of talent. People have developed leadership. People have found spouses. People have developed friendship that will last for life. People have developed association. Our church has provided opportunity for employment. We provide social services here. We provide daycare. And we have given scholarship to children who, without us being here, the children would not have had the opportunity they have to learn. And even today, we continue to do a lot in the community. So I want you to reflect on our question about this man who are going away and give talent to the people. What else do we have as a church that we have that our talent that we have been gifted? What else can you add to this list? You've been here, some of you, because what about our next class? Some of us been here for 20 years, some of us been here for 15 years, some of us been here for 10 years, some of us been here from 0 to 5 years. But what else can you add to the list of these things that we have been given as a church? What else can you add?
So we have a steady congregation. Wow, a congregation, a steady congregation.
A steady congregation. All right. So we provide time for stability. Steadiness and stability.
Yeah, you want to add actually have a steady congregation. You know. So people that have stayed with the church for a very long time.
Stability. We provide some kind of stability in the life of our community. Stability in the life of our community. Is that what we friends with?
Yeah.
What else are you seeking to handle with the church? What else do I have to do? I also did I want you to ask with this kind of devotion. Yeah, it's not, that will be part of number 5 and then number 7. No, number 6, their individual have developed and discovered different kinds. But we can have a growth. What kind of growth? You want to call it kind of growth?
Enlargement.
Enlargement.
Multiplication.
Write that down. Because you have a worksheet. We have 2 worksheets. One you will turn on and one you will keep. Those are important words. I'm going to ask you. What is next? She said, growth, development, stability. What else? You can write it on your sheet. That one will be in your sheet. What else? I will take a page and I know the church. What else what do we have? Or have you been talking to us?
Oh, we have this building.
There you go.
Yeah.
I said it from the beginning, but you know how much the property we have worth?
No.
Last assessment says that it's about $3.4 million. If all of it is built for the big burned down, the minimum the insurance company will spend to restore $3.4 million. It is for us, it's an asset. It's an asset. We're talking about multiplying our asset, our membership, and our leadership. So, yeah, we have this building. How many people rented this house? And mortgage free. So out of there, we have a building that is mortgage free. This is our idea for we have been trusted with the responsibility to evangelize. We are at the very top there, and we are providing this service. But yeah, evangelism, because I didn't think that was evangelism, the opportunity to evangelize. That is to come and multiply our membership. So it's right on top of that. Opportunity to evangelize. What else? This is our devotion so that I need to set the tools for the rest of the work that we do here. What else do I have to set up? The master point is 7 and give them some 5, some 3, some 1, according to their ability. No, I said according to their ability. Yes, that's a problem. An opportunity to improve and to develop our youth. It's likely to be under number 6, but let's specifically add the youth. On your sheet there, not blend here, it's there for you to add that to it. Emphasis on the youth.
What about provision?
Huh?
Provision.
Provision. Say more about it.
We provide in the community.
So, would that be under number 7? We provide daycare, we provide food, we provide someone enrichment, we provide our fellowship hall, we anything you want to add to what we have there? Any other condition? Yeah, this one is right there. No. But you can add to it. I want to add to it. If I need anything that you can think about. Provision, we do provide a lot of services here. In kind and in service. What else? All right. So, church, the purpose of our convention today will be to focus on how we can first and foremost identify what we have and how we can multiply it. So, keep with Vision 2030, which we'll be talking about, which is our objective of one. Deep rooted for lasting fruit bearing and legacy, building on the example of the apostles and the prophets. So, I will now want to ask Mother Alberta to close our devotion with prayer. And then while I was doing that, the president will go over our agenda, which is on page 2, and then we can adopt the agenda and we'll go from there. And then after we adopt the agenda, I will go over the rule of engagement, which is on the cover of the page, and then we'll go from there. All right, please say our opening prayer. Our closing prayer. So the next thing we're going to go over briefly is our rule of engagement, folks. So on the back of the program, the rule of engagement are there. Number one, there will be one speaker at a time from the floor, and the same will be recognized by the chair before you begin to speak. So like we just practiced. Number two, each speaker from the floor will have up to 3 minutes. So when you speak, you have 3 minutes to make your point. Three persons who speak, a person who has spoken will wait until all of them have not spoken speak. So if you speak to a subject matter one time, you wait till everybody else who needs to speak to that subject matter before you come out to speak. So like this people are going to speak on the same thing two times and nobody else has spoken. So all of them will speak them before we get out of this discussion. Number four, in case of disagreement on a subject matter, opposite view will be heard one at a time. So if we agree on something, we disagree on something or something that we're not understanding, one person will speak for and again that will alternate, okay? Then number five, up to two persons can speak in favor of or against a subject if there is an opposition. So like you tell them, they say you can be there once in a while. If somebody have made a point, there's no need to keep making the same point. So what about what other rules do we want to add our rule of engagement? We practice in the church because some of you will be going places to represent our church. And when you go places, these are the rules and procedures of our church. We want to really be strong as a congregation, as we multiply, remember, our assets, our resources, our membership, and leadership, and whatever blessing we have to our church. Go leader, go in the church, and outside of the church. What other rules do you want to add to our rule of engagement before we go to our next agenda? Anything else you want to add? Of that forum? That is number one. One speaker at a time, and you got to be recognized as a chief. That's number one.
Let everyone be respected.
Next slide, what are you? What are you agree with? Any other?
I know these are given, but we just want to practice. Any other thing on act our work engagement? This is part of church life. We do business, and this is how we do common business. And one of the great things about church, we haven't really have been given time to really meet and discuss business. When it comes to the worship, when it comes to the fellowship, we are very good at it. When it comes to the meetings, we have to be able to. And thank God this council have recognized that and is coming up with goals in that area. No interruption. That is implied honor number one people at a time, but let's specifically add no interruption. Ready on your sheet so you can have a copy. There's pen and there's pencil. So on the back of your book of engagement. Any other thing? All right, no interruption. All right. Thank you. Any other if not, we'll move to the next agenda item. So the first agenda item we're going to do now, our first exercise has to do, we want you to take this sheet. That's a sheet here. We get your banner and all before somebody else will come to your banner. That's why you have to use the book to press on it. But in your agenda, there is this sheet. Take out that sheet. If you haven't done the top part, please do the top part. Put your name, your current address, zip code, your phone number. And the next thing, pay close attention to the next part. So I have been, if you're being a guest, you check yes. If you're being a member, you check member. So for me, I will check the second part. I've been a member for how many years? I would say 18 years. So after you put your name, your address, and everything, the next question you answer whether you're being a member or a guest, or you put a member or a yes there. And we're going to take this from you. You have that. This is also on the program, so you can do more about it. This is one from you because we want your input to as we go as the church and we want to plan. So biological name is not Swatch. My legal middle name is Simeon, which is my biological name is Simeon. Then so for Moses was that we have a black name. So I'm saying that the system of us we have like the way we like to be called. What the way you like to be called? What the way you like to be called? And then you have all of that stuff. And then the next question you want to ask, you want to answer is, I've been a member or a guest, and you put a number of years. I just told you I don't mind, I've been here 18 years. You could have any share you've been given. All right. So the next thing we want to do is, we want you to name one you like most about the church. What do you like most about the church? One, don't pick more than one. No? We all have answers like that for the church. Pick one you like most about the church. I would like to play the video which I uploaded on a video that's on Eastern Pennsylvania Center for us come from like the East Land. We're going to move it. It's going to play that video on the CD 19 will get it, but it's from like East Land. And in that video, you heard leaders and members of the church talking about their like about the church. I want to bring the video of this part. What one do you like most about the church? And then one thing that you dislike or one thing that you think we don't do well. So one you like most and one thing that you think we don't do very well. Am I making sense? So I should do your or do your. I'll start with what I like most about the church. All right, by now, hopefully you have all put in your name, how long you've been a member of the church. You have two sheets. If you want to write on both, that's fine. One thing you like most and one thing you like least. And we are a church, and part of what we do is to build trust and good relationship. So we're going to share our life, the things we like about the church most. One thing, you can make a sentence or you can be a word. That was that. The friendliness of members. I think we have very friendly church. I hear that everywhere and from everybody. So that's one thing I like. Was that going to be bad? Who get it? Sister Veronica? You did it exercise yet or you still working on it? Okay, so your name, your address, and how long you been in the church, you put the years there. All right, Father, your next. One thing you like most about the church. And please write it on the sheet because I want to take the sheet from you. Take a pencil, it's good to work with pencil. Pencil you can erase and write out later about the use pencil. But if you prefer pen, that's also fine. What one thing you like most about the church? Worship. Worship has a big one, though. Worship has many elements. There's the worship in general or anything particular in worship.
The music. You okay there?
Yeah. All right, Brother Joe. Have you taken down that one thing you like most about the church? Yeah. Okay.
For me, it's the family fellowship. When we come here, we feel that family ties and that African uniformity. So, it's a
So, play one. Fellowship,
fellowship. So that put it all together. Family fellowship, because
I don't want you to take it for everybody. I want everybody to have it.
no, for me, For me, when I
Pick one.
family fellowship.
Family fellowship. Yeah. Because we want to take your words and use
Okay.
family fellowship. While you have given an illustration of it. Thank you. Vice?
I like caring congregation. Yes, we are very caring. You will not know until you in the situation and you get to know that we have a very caring congregation. Yeah.
In our own words.
You know, yeah.
It's the context. In this house. Please write it down. Remember, it's a right of nation, make it plain so that the runners can read it. These are your
It always says that if somebody gets flower, yeah, it's like, one thing that fixed my attention about the church, even before I joined, was the level of humility of the pastor. I'm saying it here before his face, I say it every day behind his back. Pastor is very, very humble. That's one of the things that you will go to this congregation.
Thank you for that. One thing you like. I'm ready now. Okay, come back to it. Yeah. Most. The thing is most. There are plenty to like, but when you pick one that you like most. Please write it down on the sheet.
He said,
You want to say it like most said. My mother said. I didn't know that.
yeah, well, it's so tough to tell you.
But give some details of fellowship. Those are generic words. So give some specifics of that generic word.
Well, the fact that reach together with fellowship.
Together with other Christians. Spending time together with other Christians. Now you make it plain so that the one can read it. Telegram. One thing you like most about it. Like, who else said that? Focus of this anniversary, we are talking about multiplying our assets, our resources, our membership, and leadership. So who much is given? Why is this required? It's on that video, that's not right. Yeah, it's on the video, it's on the website. And for the moment, you're going to go on the website. Some of you have to check the website. It's the music. Music in worship. Music in worship like this. There's an exercise we have put this sheet. You're going to write your name, your information, and we'll take the sheet from you. And then on the back of the bulletin, it's not okay. So you have also notes for yourself. Keep on the exercise or contact you later. Okay. So that's it. Anything are you ready now? Family oriented, like Joe said. And Josh, I want you to learn most about faith and man of the church.
I wrote it down already, but so many people talk
Don't
about
matter. Yeah.
it. I get good music from the choir.
Good. You see, I've been very specific. Good music from the choir, not just because there's music the congregation, but now you are specifically from the choir. Please write that down. Brother Bill, you're not going to escape. Well, one thing you like most about the church.
Technology.
Okay, please write it down on your paper. It's that technology. Every context, every aspect. And I know you have a lot of other places that are hard. And when you think about the whole move, you're going to do move. There's quite a lot of worksheet. All right, please, Veronica, have you done yours? One thing you like most about the church. Mr. President. One thing you like most about the church. Love. Break it down. Love is a big word. Yeah. How love is love experience in faith in the country. Yeah. From your perspective. for having a full farm on one thing you really, really like about the church. Can you think about it right now? One thing you really, really like about the church, what is it?
That's just one thing.
I want one. Just one.
What I love about the church, the way they push all the money.
One of the rules of the expensive one speaker on the floor at a time.
Even you are new member, the woman is there and say, I'm a new member, I want to be part of the way in which all the money can embrace you.
Warm welcome. Warm welcome. Warm welcome. This Veronica, one thing you really like, what? I know that better for take on you. Togetherness. Can you write down on your paper? All right. This one only have, but let's read the truth in love. One thing you least like about the church. I think for me, the most frustrating thing about faith in Immanuel Lutheran Church, in my opinion, is sometimes people intentionally come to church. I use the word intentionally on purpose. If you are caught up at work, situation on the road, that's fine. But if you sit to the top to 11 o'clock, please start coming to church. Now, what can this thing out of church? And that's a disaster that breaks my heart.
Preach.
That's my kind of like.
Preach.
This time we'll start from the 20. Right?
Yeah.
Please write it on the paper. Write it on the paper. One, take this paper from you.
Okay.
One thing to least like about it. Be true, be honest.
Yeah.
Put it right there. We are here to have a convention, and what convention does.
Yeah, so,
You least like. If I least like or dislike is the same thing. Least like or dislike. However you want to phrase it. But I like to be positive, so I say least like. No, least like or dislike is the same thing. Yeah.
so one thing, being in leadership and also being in the concrete how you call it, the council, being on the council, one thing that I dislike, or I hope we have,
Least like or dislike. You
Yeah.
put it out there. Let's get the truth in love.
one thing that I hope that we have is that we had good savings for this church. I hope that we had a good savings.
Right now, we're not talking about what you hope for.
One thing I dislike is that we don't, let me put it this way. One thing I dislike is that we don't have a good financial saving to support. We don't have
Money saved.
we don't have money saved to support our assets.
Thank you. Be clean. Make it clean.
Yeah.
Don't
dress it.
Make it clean. Get the foundation. We're not So, be right on your sheet. Madam.
We've done
Madam. Let us know we don't have money saved to support our assets.
our assets, yeah.
One thing dislike about the congregation is that congregation members are now willing to be responsible when it comes to the church activities. We are responsible for us of our work and that we take congregation. Says our own leadership as well.
Is it responsible or commitment? I'm not going to worry your mouth. You have to be clear.
Responsible and committed.
Be one for it.
Committed our own commitment.
Committing to church activities.
Commitment to the church.
We are least committed to church activities.
And again, this is something we apply to some sort of time, or it's not applied to now. So nobody should take offense. That's the whole idea. Speak your mind.
So we say members' least commitment to church activity.
Actually, but please, we want to hear your word. Yeah, because we want your word to be clear. Right, one thing is least dislike or least like.
Yeah, one of my dislike, I'm sorry I'm not picking up the leadership.
Don't take, you're not picking, we're speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Convention.
One thing I dislike is about the leadership, like pastoral council, and other departments and ministries. Their leadership have to improve on outreach to members.
So you're not talking about the leadership, but specifically when it comes to outreach.
Outreach to members.
That's what you said.
You know, outreach to members means a lot for the growth of the church, right? If leaders entrust to various communities or ministries reaching out to their people, then we're going to see commitment, we're going to see growth in those small organizations. Then you will see that success into the entire congregation. But if members or leaders of those organizations are not reaching out to their own members, then lack of participation will come in, commitment will come in. So for me, I would like to see leaders reach out to their members. If they are not, if they don't see their members for 1 or 2 Sundays, they should be concerned. And also reaching out means so
Please phrase it the best you can.
yeah, I already did. So outreach should be done without close ties. Sometimes okay, because that's we came from the same town, from the same family relation. So outreach should be done in this community.
Summarize it to the best you can because we're going to take that sheet. We need it. The leadership is going to take that sheet, so they need to hear that from you. But then is one thing you least like or dislike our faith in that country.
People leaving service and going to the night. So either when the pastor is preaching.
So noise in the nationals of the location.
Noise from the church or the night.
Okay, noise within the congregation and in the night. Really like that one.
So doing service, right?
Doing service. Or this specific noise is a general word.
Noise for congregation doing service.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you will not be here long, but what one you don't like so far? So all of the ushers now we want to. And I can't go back to what the pastor was talking about for me. This is where we That's it. We don't need a coordinator, okay? You give some general idea. All right, write down on your sheet, please.
Okay.
Brother George? Oh, yes, sorry. No, you first.
Okay. One thing I don't like.
That's a worksheet.
I don't like the idea of speculation.
Speculation will also be like that, but specifically speculation. People speculate about things they don't have enough information on.
Yes.
One speaker at a time, and we all have to hear these things, and that is our investment in the church.
Without enough information,
Speculations.
they will come and ask. They will just speculate.
Speculate. You want information you don't have, you speculate.
Yes.
Okay. Please write it on your sheet. Right. There's a worksheet again, please. This sheet will take.
No, I wrote it down.
Yeah, okay, but George.
All right, one thing, there's something I've been talking about before. I just like the long comments after the announcement. I know we try to work with that in the last one, but I don't like the long comments after the announcement because I believe sometimes we enjoy the quiet singing and we watching after announcement, but people just prolong it. I think it gets the spirit. I'm not saying every day. And I know we discussed that in the last conference. But let's just, I'm not saying every day, but let's just look out for the limited points.
So, excessive comments
After announcement.
after announcement, or during announcement.
Yeah, and afterwards, the announcement. So we're looking out for long comments.
Please write it down to the best we want it to be heard. One thing to dislike or dislike about faith and announcement. Similarly, what you were saying, we also follow up with that. Everyone Oh, you didn't do your, you didn't? We're not going back.
So my life is supportive and my life business and
Yeah, but when we hear how many get focus here, but it tells you that the enormity of it, the seriousness of it. That's why we want to put it on you. This is for small information, short document. I will put it on one release or this kind of so, the kind of in specific area of general. Speak the truth in love. We have to speak your truth. Your truth is your truth. Your truth may not be mindful, it may not be everybody's truth, but it's your truth. And we want to hear your truth. You don't have to, but I'm telling you, there's generally a Thank you. All right, then please write the best way you want us to hear it, or you want your counsel to hear it. And we can come back to you if you're not ready. Or if no, we need it because we're getting loud. The group is going to go.
When it comes to the giving, people that issue check, there are some people issuing check for some reason. I don't take the money up before you check it to there.
So you don't like check bouncing on the check. Just speak the truth. So you got that check bouncing because in effect, if it's double negative because you didn't get the money you're supposed to get, then you also lose. Leave that in there. This is convention. That's what convention does. You watch your debit proof and you fix it. And I'm setting the example and I want you to pull me a counter as I put the counter because we're going something. And before we go to where we have to go, we have to do this.
Okay, for me, actually, I have two items.
Give one right now.
Yeah, but
When everybody three, then you be your second.
okay.
When everybody three, then be your second.
The first is that service stays unnecessarily long. And let me just give the second. The second is almost what Brother Matson said. The church lacks good financial system.
You just go to
I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
we want everybody.
It was heavy on my heart. It's heavy on my heart.
Let's talk. This is convention. You got to do this.
For me, one thing I like is that when a member does instead of the leadership everybody will fight. We don't talk and fight.
Can you phrase that in a specific way? Anyway, we get it. If you want to say what, right? Speak true. Are you talking about who our discipline or telling the person the truth? That two things.
Telling them to fight.
Write it the way we want to get. We can't have that, right? All right.
So, Pastor, you are taking that. So,
like for the churches to engage in proper community outreach in terms of evangelism. It comes in different ways. People will evangelism, or my concept is talking about giving out tracts, reaching out to homes surrounding the community, let the community actually feel our presence instead of just passing through the community. Like when we do food, share food, when we just turn to people here, somebody out there who tries to tell them our activity, or opening our doors, telling them our
Be careful what you don't like.
So,
Because the Bible to the person that comes in.
the community outreach in terms of evangelism is limited.
All right, brothers and sisters, like you joining us, this is our first of its nature. I will even dare to say maybe in the CIPA Center for the Congregation Convention against the many Lutheran churches, we are setting a new record. And our Catholic Assembly, some of you being our Senate Assembly, we go for 2-3 days, and we do everything. One of the things we want to do is our first convention, and this is very valuable. This will go in our record for this council, really, this will be one of the accomplishments. So, the idea of the convention is to know and understand the church. What is the church and how the church operates? And we say our anniversary is stations along the road to vision from the church. And today, and in this assembly, we're talking about how we can multiply our assets, our resources, and leadership and stewardship. And we are going to do this exercise together. So there's a worksheet. Some of you join us late, we're not going back because we go by principle, we can't go back. Where you meet us is where we will continue from. So if you have opportunity to do this sheet, we would like you to express your dislike, what you dislike. We will pass, you can write a like, we'll get it written, or write down one dislike, and we're not going back. So, Joyce?
I would suggest that when members join the church, they could give a copy of the church constitution and bylaws. That may help them understand better how the church functions, especially if they're participating in one of the ministries, and they want to have a fundraising. They know what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and who they should contact on council for clarification.
So, in terms of this slide, that means that we are not giving enough information to the members. Our lack of ability to give adequate information to people who join the church. Because we're focused on this slide. All right, on this one. Those of you who just joining us, I'm not picking on you, but if you're ready to share one slide, please write into the sheet. Write your name, like you want to be known, your address, how long you've been in the church, what as a member or as a guest. You put the years there. And then the one you like most, you write it, and the one you dislike most, and you never have the one you dislike most. Any of you who just joining us? Yes. One thing you dislike more, and you have up to 2 minutes to speak. Up and more.
Good morning, church.
Good morning. I think I'm up to 1 person. Go ahead.
What I wanted to say is that, as Sister was talking about, when somebody coming to the church the first time, that's what we have to do, make sure that everybody, they talk and they make that person know, follow up with that person, to make sure that the person is okay during the weekend, something like that, for them to be able to follow the person. But nowadays, I don't know whether we're still doing the same thing. What I was doing, somebody to the church for the first time to read the word. So that's one thing I would like for us to continue to do again.
So part of what we want to do, we want to stay on the text. So one thing you don't know.
1, 2.
You don't know.
1, 2.
About all that we do.
1, 2. Testing. 1, 2. Right.
If you're not ready, don't you get past it. You don't have to talk right now. This is what I mean. Denise? Not right now? All right, good. Bill?
Yes.
So the next thing on our agenda is, what is your understanding of Vision 2020-2030? Now, if you were here last year during our annual meeting, we gave this binder. And in this binder, we had a copy of Vision 2020-2030 and a copy of our constitutions and bylaws. Okay? Let me make it plain, and I have it here. Vision 2030 came during when we were locked down during the pandemic, we had a lot of time to reflect. And for me, Vision 2030, those of you who've been hearing me talk about it, I'm saying how I understand it, and there will be a time to tell me how you understand it. Fair game, right? Vision means understanding the past, the present, and the future. Simply put, hindsight, insight, and foresight. So when I put Vision 2030 and share with the leadership, it was my understanding that if we continue to be our best self, by 2030 we will outgrow this physical space. And then we have the option to either remodel our current home to accommodate the growth or find a new home. And we say 3 things needs to happen for this vision to be a reality. 1, the membership needs to continue to grow. 2, if the membership grows, it means there has to be growth in what I call accountable and accredited leadership. Leadership that you accredit, meaning that you accredit them, you give them the credential, and then they also are accountable God who will be more than one person for the church. In America, when we say work, we're not talking about your volunteer, we're talking about pay staff. That was the second pillar. First pillar, membership needs to continue to grow. 2, we need more leaders that will pay to work for us. And then number 3 will be that if those 2 things happen, we will have no option. We need to remodel our home. I'll give an example. When I first started here, I was living in the parsonage. 10 years I lived there. By the same time, my family got bigger, and I had the resources to be able to a house, so I bought my own house. I left the church house, my family grew. So you see the 3 things I talked about: growth, financial resources. I was at my house, I couldn't do a lot with it. I couldn't remodel it to suit my taste. So what did I do? I said, instead of remodeling, I'm moving to my own house. I'm just giving you that example. That is to my understanding of Vision 2020-2030. Within 10 years, I think we can do that. And this year, we are talking about how can we multiply our assets, resources, membership, and leadership to get there. Again, you have 2 minutes. You'll be hearing the Vision 2020-2030. How do you understand it now, or what you think it should be? I was talking to Mr. President, we don't want at your dislike, so sorry, I didn't need to do that. Give us your dislike and tell us what's your understanding of Vision 2020-2030.
On the spot like God, and you know.
And you got 2 minutes to speak. Do you have
Yeah, I think God's dislike is, also reaching out to our members. One of the strengths of the church is the outreach aspect. So everybody has somewhat instant. Everybody wants to be recognized. Everybody wants to feel that somebody loves them, somebody cares for them. So it's very important to reach out. And the second, which has to do with the vision.
your understanding?
My understanding
of Vision 2020-2030?
Yes, I think my understanding mostly is about empowerment, capacity building. And the reason is if we we tend to empower one another, not just for the spiritual aspect, but for the physical growth. It just not only help us in the church, but even outside the church. Because what we hear and what we practice can help to make others' life better. And when I talk about the empowerment and also the spiritual growth. The spiritual growth, we see that in gradually taking part here in the church. Our young ones now are playing significant role, even during the how to call it, the fast and prayer anniversary, when the council had to leave. We saw the treasurer, we saw our little sister Amani, and they all were very, very on point. The man president, the women president. So what we're doing here is not just looking at the structure, but we are building the lives, the spiritual life of our members, which is very, very important. So that's how I see the vision, not just looking at from the physical, but we also look at the spiritual aspect we have to do it. And introducing our members to what our core is all about as a church. Empowering one another and getting us closer and closer to the one God to follow. Thank you.
Mr. President. Favor, Mr. Baku. So I think I heard the president talking about empowerment in all aspects, specifically spiritually and otherwise. Please summarize it on the sheet, that A, B, and C. Summarize it on your worksheet. This time we'll start from Sister Rebecca. We're going to alternate. So we'll do one so like that. Your understanding of Vision 2030, you'll be hearing this word. When you hear it, how do you understand of what you wish it would be?
My understanding of Vision 2030 is mostly I think about empowerment, growth, and moving in a new direction.
You write those on the sheet. Got A, B, and C. Mr. Black. Okay, so we just explain that to here and we'll go across. Yeah.
I'll look at 3 words in Vision 2030. Routine. I look at it as growth. How do we grow spiritually and physically? I look at expansion in terms of the physical, the building and stuff like that, because if we grow in membership, like Pastor explained previously in the vision, if we grow in membership in this building cannot maintain us, we have to expand or relocate. We're looking at that expansion and we're also looking at maintenance. We shall look at the legacy. If we grow and we're not able to maintain what we grow, is in human resource development, it's easier. You spend less money to maintain your staff than you spend to hire new staff. So it's also the same. It's easy to maintain the group of people you have and to bring in new flock of people. So if we are bringing flock of people and we cannot maintain them, that means we're not going forward. So those are the 3 things I look at mostly in Vision 2030.
Again, make it personal. I want your personal opinion on view. I'm just reminding you, this is my opinion. Next person, your personal understanding. Now, I give you my understanding. You can agree with me or agree with me, agree with me, disagree with me. Or what your hope is for Vision 2030. Or if Vision 2030 is not necessary, I don't think Vision 2030 is necessary. Next.
I feel that Vision 2030 is very necessary. One thing that we are a growing church and we're not just saying it, but you can see it with human resource. When it comes to human resource here, we can grow, and our spiritual aspect we can grow, and even in size, we are growing. Kids that we saw, kids can't see them, but here they are all the high school, some of them are regular high school. So with that being said, for me, every time I think about Vision 2030, sort of growth, expansion, and our legacy, after we should have left what I'm going to leave behind. And I feel this edifice at one point will not hold us, so I'm thinking in the future.
You're taking remodel or relocation? Just have this private program. All right, Brother Maxim. Are we going? We want everybody to speak. I want to say limited to 2 minutes, and we give our 3 minutes to invest our voices and our views on paper and audibly.
Okay, so Vision 20, 2030, I think is necessary. Because when I think of a vision, this vision, I'm looking at, like everyone says, growth. Because when you're doing something, you're not growing, I mean, there's very no need to do it, you know. So, growth in our spiritual aspect, that's one you can see in church. The last time when you told me to lead, I was like, would I be able to do that? You know, the Bible step, right? Would I be able to do that? But then when I got the team and opened, I just being personally, and opened it, and I started reading it, I was able to clearly understand and be able to interpret some of these things. And all because of the teaching that we get from here and what our congregation and the pastorality gave us. So you may not know that you are growing spiritually until you are given the task to do some of these things, that you start to realize that yes, you are actually strong spiritually sometimes. So our spiritual growth, Vision 2030, to improve that. Also our human capacity. You know, we as people, we focus on Vision 2030 to build our human capacity, because we as people here, we come from different backgrounds, different professional areas, and we can bring that into the church to improve the church. So if all of us here bring our expertise, you financially, you come into the financial area, you improve that area, you a healthcare person, whatever happening in the church, you can help in that aspect. You can help there, so that can also improve the human capacity of the church. And also, as we grow as congregation, we bring other people, our finances will grow. And once our finances grow, we are able to expand wherever we need to expand, but we also have to focus on the financial aspect as well.
Thank you, Mr. President. Brother Joe, just before you speak, if you did join us, we have the outline of our convention, and in the packet there's a worksheet. If you did join us, we encourage you to please complete the first 3 parts of it up to my understanding of Vision 2020-2030. That's where we are right now. Brother Joe, please.
Thank you very much, Pastor. My understanding of Vision 2020-2030, like other speakers have said, is centered on growth for me. Because we have a younger generation. I think they are coming up, we are passing along. So if we do not empower our young generation, then definitely we will not see, it's like we are going astray. So as a congregation, we need to build on our young kids spiritually and all other aspects so that they'll be able to replace us as we move along. So to me, I see that growth, right? Bring them up in a way that they should be able to step on our shoes when we pass along. And also, empowerment. We have a lot of people in the church that are not actively involved in the church activities. Some of them have the willingness to do, but they only need somebody to push them or somebody to invite them to say, hey, yes, you can do it. Let them believe in themselves that yes, they can do it. So that will propel growth as well. Because to themselves, they will say, oh no, I don't think I can do this. Just like my brother said, he was thinking, oh no, I can't do it. But when he was asked to do it, then he took up the challenge and he got it done. So I think we have to call people, get them involved, then the vision will come to life. Financial stability. We cannot do, like you said, outgrow the church. Maybe either we look for something else or another space. But to me, I think it has to do with internal controls. we can have a new membership. We have a lot of people coming to church, people paying in their tithe and offerings, other donations coming in. But if our internal processes are not systemized, then we are heading for it. So to me, 2020, 2030, I think those are things we should consider. Build on our capacities and financial stability.
Write it on the sheet for us. A, B, and C. Thank you. Going this way. So, again, if you have been said, just say I agree with what that's why he said. If something new you can add, we're coming to this part of we are systematic a little bit silent. I know it's taking time, but this is what we want to do. We want to hear voices and we want to look up to my star. That's not it was you, but you want to start that's not okay. Your understanding of vision 2030 after there, is it necessary? Is it not necessary? And this is how you see it, how you understand it.
Well, Vision 2030, I guess maybe a few months actually. I wasn't able to start, but from the way I understood it, it's what I think happened. This is 2004.
2024.
What I think is happening, especially I'm proud of young people, and I can say that the young people in the church are really, they have been inspired and empowered. They have been great job. And if we continue doing that with the young people, empowering them to take on things of the church, I think Vision 2030 in terms of growth and responsibility would be something that we can look forward to. And the next thing I see would be spiritual growth. People have to be taught, the church is doing a good job, but we also have to be taught to be able to grow spiritually. And the next thing we should continue to do is outreach. Because we can't grow without outreach. Vision 2030 will let you realize when we all included, we might go to our neighbors and say, I got a good church and I want you to visit. And encourage them to come. In that terms, we will realize the goal of Vision 2030 is that.
Thank you. Again, I'm just having a brief focus. I want you to tell me what you personally, what your understanding of Vision 2030. And if something has been said, just say I agree with it, or in addition to what was said, this part of the project will be done. We are learning, we are exercising, we are practicing. I don't know.
I said when emotion, no.
Personally, yes. What's your understanding? Your personal understanding.
Okay. For me.
Yes, I like for me, this is where you use me, I language.
Vision 2030 for me is about being far-sighted. Okay? Where you are now, and doing things that will help you to get to what you want to be.
And when I something,
you just talk while let us see, Jerry. And when it comes to the church, for example, what we're doing today is part of that.
Amen.
This communication that going on today, people talking about their baseline and what is like, they will help all to understand better as a congregation and some of the points that we're putting down here. So we consider that, when we put it down in the congregation, we understand things that they don't understand before. We start working together. So, I think this is a good start, especially for this monitoring thing for the planning committee for adding this convention piece to it. Because some of the things we're discussing here, sometimes we only discussing in the council meeting. But now, in this session, we have people of members included to enhance
So before the vice president speaks, thank you. I want to put it together. So the next session will start with those who have not spoken. Is there anything about Vision 2030 that is your understanding of it that has to be said? Okay. Anybody, anything that has to be said? Again, anything that has to be said? Anything that has to be said based on your understanding? Put your hands up. So we'll take those of you who are not speaking now, we'll start the next session with you. So we gotta move fast because like this to a place now we have to begin more of what has been said. So I will go to Vice President, Brother Immanuel, Sister George, Brother Dennis, and then we'll move to our next topic. We'll take a 5-minute break and we'll go to our next topic. We'll be here 2 hours.
Yeah, not wanting to go over what has been said, my thinking is that we need accountability. I've been in this church for about 6 years now. I have not seen the same people that I see here today are the same people that have always been saying. What is going on? Probably, as my sister said, in HR Methodist, are we maintaining? And in my own side now, in the insurance days, when you need to maintain, or else as you are losing, you have to spend money to get new ones. So that's one thing. And I do not see a succession planning that we need to have. For example, what if anything happens to the pastor today? Who steps up? Who within this group can say, oh, today the pastor is not here, I'm taking over, and can just grab a piece of paper and know what is going on, where this is and where that is. So I think that's my direction.
Thank you. Brother Brahmanu, those of you who did not speak to your understanding of the Vision 2020 that have already been said, some of you need some worksheets. So the three people will speak, and we'll take 5 minutes break so I can break some worksheets so we can continue from where we start. Brother Brahmanu, that's you. You don't have anything to ask, you don't have anything to Vision 2030. Actually,
for me, basically, what most people have said, I think, what they said. I don't want to.
No, don't waste time, you don't need to. Yeah. We don't have time. Now, 3 hours. So you pass, nothing to add. That hasn't been said.
Well,
I want you to listen to come on the talk so that you don't say what it says.
I think there's something, I'd like to say.
That hasn't been said.
Yes, leadership is a difficult place to be. A pastor for over 7 years, a pastor church.
Speak to Vision
2 or 3 different churches. And growth can be difficult. Maybe what we see is different. But like one time, OT have a quotation, I don't know where you took it from. Said there's no life without growth. And there's no growth without a church. As you live there, you must grow. As you grow, you must change. I don't want to encourage this church that this church is growing. Growth is holistic. You might see some, you might not see some. Leadership take courage. This church is growing. And one of the areas I think we got advantage is the youth. I worked with the youth for 1 year. While working, I'm always grateful that that's a great asset. All the parents were bringing their children, so that I have to take them home for parents were involved. And that's a strength. People coming, people going, and the kids are coming every Saturday, not Sunday, but Saturday. We're having 15 to 70 kids. Isn't that growth? So there are things that are happening in this church. Some you can see, even though we need more growth. But take courage. This church is growing.
Thank you. Well, please write it in. What you said, you got to write it down. We're going to take that sheet from you. The worksheet one you don't have it, we're going to bring it. This is an exercise for you having days before and we want you to have the experience and we'll take it. And the leadership is here. And I will hold you accountable, they will hold you accountable. If we'll go to the next stage. That's some of our like, okay, what is the
I agree with everything that's been said so far. I agree that we need to use all the members of the church and their assets and the gifts that they bring. I agree that we need to have a succession plan. I agree, but here's one of the reasons why I think maybe we're not quite making it. One person can't do it all. All our messages about the choir day, all the messages about this meeting, all of them come from one person. It's hard for one person to do it all. I think this church is at a point where we should have at least a part-time clerk person. Someone needs to be able to do some of the work that we're asking our pastor to do so that he can focus on some of the other things like the spiritual growth. Even if we go to doing a once every 2 months newsletter to keep members informed about what's happening over the next 2 or 3 months in the congregation. An informed congregation would be a stronger congregation with, I feel, deeper roots, with deeper understanding about what's happening. Also, when we talk about outreach, we need to do outreach, but we also need to have outreach into our Delaware conference. I attended a meeting. I was the only person from Faith Immanuel there. The new bishop was there. He talked about some funding that's coming to the ELCA. We need to make sure that we have a presence that goes beyond this congregation, that goes into the deeper ELCA, that goes deeper into SEPA, so that we know and understand what's happening. One of the things I'd like to recommend, and I don't know if you have assets to that, but if we can find out when someone new comes into the community, if we just send them a postcard saying, welcome. You know, we're glad to have you in the community. We're here, we're Faith Immanuel. We welcome you. We have programs that we think you and your children will be interested in. That might help with some of the issues with the growing of the membership. Because there are a lot of people in most of our communities who aren't church, and, you know, if we can help with that I think would be important.
Thank you, Sister Joy. Okay, you have the final word on your understanding of Vision 2030. Before you speak, our next exercise will be what you think you can do to change your dislike about what you dislike. We're going to do that exercise, and those of you who did not speak for the Vision 2030 will start with you. So after Mother, we'll take 5 minute break so I can get some sheet for those who don't have it, and then the next exercise we'll do will be that.
How I see vision for 2020 to 2030 is paying off our debt.
Which debts?
The debt for the church.
Commission investment fund,
yes.
which are the ground will come to
yes. Pay off our debt, find a way to raise money, and then extend our building. That's why I see.
Okay. Folks, you've been doing great. We spent 2 hours already, and some people come in, we don't have sheet for them. Let me print their own sheet, and then we'll take 5 minute break, and then we'll resume. And our next exercise will be, I heard the dislike, now you're going to tell us one thing you personally can do to change your dislike or to fix your dislike. So we have to do that. And then we'll conclude with the budget part with the council. So let's take 5 minutes break so I can get you for people who can join us.
Keep little bird moving. Cristiano lei mette quello che vuole the general.
We have pens and pencils in the bag. Yeah, that's some. Anybody put on the worksheet? Okay. Thank you, Faith Immanuel Lutheran Church. I started from the beginning by saying that this is an investment we are all making in the church. And so far, we've invested 2 hours of our beautiful Saturday amidst the many competing things we have to do. But this is an investment, and we are all making it together. So to recap, our agenda is there. So we are now on number, we just did number 6, and we jumped over number 5. So right now we're going to go back to number 5, and then we probably have to jump number 7, because number 7 will be, after this, the ministry will take them back and work out some goals and priorities for their ministry as it relates to Vision 2030. So what we want to do right now is to do number 5 and number 8. 5 and 8 at this time. 5 has to do with the expectation of our national church versus our current reality, which we already know. All right. Let's make the truth in law. We don't have to raise your hands. Anybody here who has ever been to the church website before? Put your hands up. The church website. No, our church. Faith Immanuel Lutheran Church. Don't be shy. Okay. When you go to Faith Immanuel Lutheran Church website, there's a link that will link you to CPAS Senate. CPAS Senate is our Senate. And if you want more, then you go to ELCA. Right. Now, you need to understand, the reason we have this convention, we need to understand the structure of our church. Because this is America, there are laws, there are regulations, there are guidelines, and everything we do, and we have to look into laws and guidelines. 2 things I want you to understand in the ELCA. And the ELCA congregation must be led by what they call a roster leader. Somebody satisfied by the ELCA. If you don't have one, you cannot exist as one of our congregations. They are to close the door, take the key, because this property ultimately belongs to the ELCA. Somebody can come out here and they will sue. They will go look at the deed, who this deed belongs to, who the parent for that deed belongs to, and who began that deed. So any ELCA establishment must be led by a roster leader. And now we have 2 rosters. We have ordained pastors and ordained deacons. Deacons are called to work a service, and pastors are called to work a sacrament. Now, they are teaching this, and they are doing some well things with it, but one of the reasons the problem ELCA is facing is that they set the bar too high baby boomers. You have to be a roster pastor in the ELC, you have to have a master's degree. And before you have a master's degree, you have to accumulate like $150,000 student debt. At the time, I'm just speaking generally, you have to have a master's degree before you can be rostered as an ELC pastor. And all things being equal, at least 80 or 150,000, depending on how you got your education. I wrap up at least $100,000 to be a DLC pastor in America. I give you a couple of compassionate degree. What that means, if you have a pastor, there's what they call compensation guidelines. Minimum you can pay your pastor or your church leader. Minimum. Some of you need to go to the website and see that. So you understand what it takes to have a pastor as a church, as an ELC church. Remember we're talking about our assets, how we multiply them, and what they call them? I want you to get that information for yourself. Maybe the council will find time to help you. Because now in the long distant future, like you have been saying, we are all being sacrificing. But I sit on what we call the committee of days, and a lot of churches are closing because they can no longer afford a pastor. And so, whether it's me or somebody else, if we will continue to be an ELC in a congregation, how do we continue to be that and lay the vision for the family? And that's something we need to think about. Yeah. Minimally, with somebody like me, generically, with the education I have and the year of experience, look at that and say how much, if you were a typical American church, how much I'm supposed to be making and compare it to what I'm making. Council members need to know that. So that as we need to hear these things and be aware of it. Because knowledge is power. So, the next thing we want to talk about is our current reality. And I think the best way we can talk about current reality is to hear from our council. So I told you what the ELC expectations are to continue to get ELC in church. The minimum requirement for you have to have a roster ELC leader. And we have one, and we have one for 18 years. There are not a lot of congregations that have pastors for 18 or 10 or 15 years. In fact, right now the statistic is the maximum pastors allowed in the church is 3 years. In mainline churches, 3 years. I think there are two of us in Delaware County that have served the longest. Myself and Pastor Max, who is at St. Luke. We serve the longest. So I want you to understand this because empowerment is, I heard a lot of things and I'm not going to respond to it right now because we need to understand the future before we go forward. We're talking about accountability, we're talking about finances, but another ELC structure, that's not my job, my job. My job is to preach and teach and minister to the community. But I'm dealing with other things because we don't have the money to hire somebody to do it. But that is not going to continue forever. Because I will have to leave here one day. And if I leave, the structure that will be in place for succession. And so I come up with succession. One of the ELC, if I were to leave today, ELC have two options. They will assign to you what they call an interim pastor. And again, that person have to be rostered with the ELC, so they're not going to be any kind of random person. You got to be somebody the ELC will set you. And then the opposite will work with the structure you have here. And then after 2 years, you go through what they call a call process to be able to do what we're doing right now, to see who you are, what you are, and what will be a good pastor for you. Then after that, there will be names of pastors. Council will go through them, and then council will select which one will be best for you. Then you issue a letter of call. I have 2 letters of call. One from the Senate. When I first came here 18 years ago, after 6 years, Immanuel gave me a call and that letter is still there. So you need to understand the structure of the ELC. So that's the structure of the ELC. So I want to get to the council now, Mr. President, and what I want you to help us to understand as a congregation right now is what are our current operational structure, how we operate, and that we can do the other members of the officers. When you are officers of the legal responsibility while I have the spiritual responsibility. So our next item agenda on number 7 is our expectation. What's that, number 8? Expectation for membership and leadership. So membership responsibility, leadership responsibility. So let's talk about that. Let's start with the membership. We talk about one thing that you would do to fix what you don't like, right? That's the membership responsibility. So we heard people talk about what they understanding and what they dislike. We will back to that dislike. So we'll go back to Sister Veronica. Unless you can pass, we are at the place where you can pass. Sister Veronica, you with us? When you say you don't like, there's an issue of gossip in the church. What one thing we can do to fix that thing from you? Tell us your thoughts. 1 minute. Give a man. You can pass, you don't have to talk, but it's your time to talk. And now make it brief now, because one day more people time to work. You personally. All right, this is one thing I can do to start the issue of racism.
I work together with the to stop it is to put it on the spot.
Read on your sheet, please. Thank you. Read on your sheet. We started from the back. The other time we started from the front. Maria Elizabeth, you didn't express a dislike, so you want to talk about, and then you can pick somebody's dislike and say one thing that you think you can do to fix it. Like you talk about how reaching to members. What can you do for us to be able to reach to members?
What I can do as a regional member is to make sure that, we get our members to be able to talk to those, to call one another.
So you.
I would like for us to do that, and we started with me.
Thank you. Take your responsibility.
Yes.
Write it on your sheet. Graham will summarize it later. We don't want to get you caught up. Since you know how you were committed and to contribute to the conversation. Right now, earlier people expressed one thing they like or they don't like about the congregation. So we are going by, and it will be yours dislike or somebody else's dislike. But we want you to fix yours dislike, what you can do about what you don't like. My heart is with the fact that you are not going to forget that exercise. You didn't do it, so you didn't do that exercise. You didn't do it. So those players, if they feel it, they will come back to you. If you express a dislike, well, you can talk about something you don't like. Or the people if you express a dislike or something you dislike, again, you got to write it down. Okay. What can you do to fix your dislike? And you can pass or we can come back to you later. So you think you can help us, starting with you to reach out to members. Please write it on your sheet. Did you have a dislike?
Yes.
You have 2. So
Yes, I have to. Accountability.
Yeah.
And
what can you do to fix it?
okay, I'm sure that the council knows I did refer one, what's his name, Paul from Microbase Accounting System. He's also a pastor and he's my accountant. And I did refer him to see if he can come and help. He's a CPA. He has a firm. He can come and help to set up an accounting system or review our accounting system and help us.
Has it happened yet?
No.
So you got to make sure it happens.
Well,
That's what the next one. You are already about president. You have 2. What's the other one? I remember you have 2 just like that. Yeah.
service being unnecessarily low, I think that is not a council. I guess too much announcements. Everybody has to make announcements.
So let me help you hide it. You can make a formal resolution that the congregation can adopt and it become binding on the congregation.
Okay, we need to work on that.
Okay, I'll help you make that resolution and the congregation can adopt it.
Sure.
Let's talk about it that.
Sure.
Everybody, you have a dislike and how do you face your dislike?
I will continue to do what I'm doing.
What are you doing now?
Well,
What do I know?
yeah, we
Why are you going to help people understand that the church are bouncing?
Oh, I talk to them individually.
Okay.
And the person how I identify them, they come to the check, or the check number will appear in the bank statement, and talk to them individually. Some of them, improving on that, and say, if you want to hold a check, when they put the money there, forward, and then we'll know, but I will continue to work with them. Not everybody.
No. No, I think the point is making such what best family is if they happen to one or two person 2 times, next time before you deposit their check, you double check with them. And if you repeat, then that's not what I said. Yes, you do. Other financial management policy you do. Yeah, what was that? It's like regarding other people. Yeah.
I think I personally would be more accountable to the church. And change my mindset.
So start with you to practice.
Yeah.
And how? Can you give us an example?
To be committed to come to do some things that I'm supposed to do. Be able to support programs. Thank you.
The whole purpose of this exercise we are doing is for you to know that you have the power. You don't just have a voice, you have the power to change things. I mean, over you have this slide, and now you suggest to face it. Please write it, please. This is whatever you see, write it down. The council has the responsibility to get your voice and to give the men your voice because you elected them. I mean, whatever you know what it's about. What was your slide? We got 15 more minutes from this, and we got to back it up.
On this slide was witness and the church being does a great service. Like when you watch the service after church, you hear a lot of noise, people talking.
So what are you going to do?
Well, maybe when the church is not whoever is conducting, can just tell people in the house of God, and we need to be silent and stuff like that. But people really talk.
Write it down.
Including the choir, not even the choir.
We don't hold you accountable. Write it down on the paper. That's a leave on that paper. We're not wasting our time here. What we're doing here, this is the lesson. We want to make this work. What was your desire and how do you suggest we can fix that?
This slide was about outreach in terms of evangelism.
So what are you going to talk about?
Me as an individual, I talk to people, I'm not posting, but at least I can show some family member I've got to this church. I have that ability to talk to people. So
now that we're on this spot, if you are wondering why you in the church,
because we work together as a team.
so you want to break off?
Yeah, so they say when two heads are better than one. If we work together as a team, I know evangelism is not a auxiliary department, but it's a functional department. We form a department specifically for evangelism.
So you want a department to be formed so that you can be part of that department?
Yes.
And we can't want you to help us.
Sure.
People in your sheet.
Okay.
The council president is right here. The vice president is here. The men president is here. The women president is here. Yeah. We're giving you the power. You have to use the power. And I'm ready to give you all of the power in the way I think I'm ready. I'll tell the president. You know.
On this slide was members are related to church activities and for our track and encourage members, especially for those that are not active, to see where their strength is and see how they can use them.
So you found some practical ways to really help members make a mission. Mr. President, those of you who were not here earlier is going to be your turn after the telling of the slide and how the vision is like so we get to it.
On this slide was that the church don't have a financial saving to support its assets. That was on this slide. And one way how I personally and even the congregation can also support this and improve on this is to have a mission offering, a separate mission offering one time every month on first Sunday, and that particular money should be saved in a separate account. So in a year time, we will be able to generate money. In 5 years time, you're going to generate a lot of money out of this mission offering, and that money should not be used except under extreme circumstances. But that money is not somewhere that people go to and use in ordinarily. So I will support a mission offering to be saved.
Again, I'm giving you all of the information. So you are on the council, and the council has the power to make what you said to happen. So you got 1 more year election coming, and you'll be able to be elected for another 2 years. So, Mr. Mayor President, I'm hoping that before the year or before your next term and that happens, you have the power to do it. Thank you. But Joe, you have some dislike. Express them for the good of those who are making the vote. Can you personally do that matter?
Thank you, Pastor. My dislike was for the pastoral team, council members, and the leadership of the various departmental ministries to improve on their outreach to their members. And for me, what I'm going to do personally is for me to be regular in service and for me to be active in those groups so that they don't have to reach to me. But I want to encourage them to have like a roll call whenever they meet, whether it's pastoral team, they will know who is in church, who is not in church, they can reach out. Other leaders during meetings, let's have a roll call and know who is available on this call or who is not in the meeting. Then you can have a strategy of how to bring those people that are not active. Thank you.
Please write it down on the sheet. We're going to take that sheet from you. We're definitely get counting us. You're going to be on that committee. Okay. So somebody just joining us as an agenda, and right now we have membership responsibility. And 2 exercises we did was what one you like most about the church and what you least like about the church. Then you came a little bit later to give you 1 minute to express both. Anybody ready? If you haven't had the time to speak to the 2 questions. All right. One thing you like, one thing you don't like, and what you will do to fix what you don't like.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
What I like, I love the unity in the church, and I hope it continues. What I don't like is being at the ushers. I know it's already on them, and also to the parents. You know, when you come to church, I think there's a time to be seated and walking up and down. The pastor is preaching, some people outside. For me, I dislike. And if our usher, people will be on themselves, like now we go outside the pastor preaching. I dislike that. I'm seeing it. You come to church, you sit down, you sit on service before you go. When we go to parties, we can sit down, we be dancing. We don't go outside, don't walk catch the fires. When we come to church, we walk outside, we having fun. You walking up and down, the Bible coming down, look.
So what can you do to help the members of the church to resist?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing if it ever be. I already told them I will never be usher, but they're in front of me. They're in front of me. I told them, usher.
Anybody else that haven't had a time to talk about what you like and don't like and what you do to fix what you don't like? And then we'll go to the leadership. What's up with you and then go to the leadership?
What I like about this church is love. The love and the unity in this church. 1. 2, what I'm
Anybody else before I give the microphone to the council president? Like, dislike, and what would you do to fix your dislike?
Good afternoon, everybody. My likes is, people have touched on them, the family, the togetherness. I enjoy, being part of be involved with, the men's ministry. My family enjoy, coming. Before, it was always up in the air. Are we going to church this week? Or are we not going to church? So I don't have to worry about it. We are going to church. That's what I like. Dislikes is
One that you really get to.
one dislike that really, I guess to bring more people in as far as more inclusive and not
Pockets of people.
pockets.
So what could we do to fix that?
What can we do to fix that? When we are on Bible study, and pretty much the Bible study is over and people are talking, amongst themselves. People enjoy the conversation. So I think that we will have the time just to talk to other members, or just to talk, experience that others are, what others are doing.
Thank you. We got 5 minutes on this, and then we have to go to the council president, and then we have to wrap this up and decide what next after this, because we're about to do it in this time.
Good afternoon, everybody. One thing I'm trying to commit to the church is that this church is indeed a loving family. All right, you come to the church for the first time, you feel that love. Okay. But I have so many dislikes. I'll just focus on one.
The one that really takes you.
One thing that I dislike in the church is that when complaints, when people are affected or they experience some kind of issue in the church, and they bring it to the attention to the leadership of the church, that complaint is not handled effectively. It's being swept under the rug.
So what do you suggest?
What I suggest is that we should have a committee put in place. As opposed to it's about on you. You don't get to everything.
Go ahead.
We should have a committee in place to handle some of these complaints, so that at least we can make sure our members know that we hear them, we feed them, and we listen to their concern.
Thank you. I'm bringing them home to you because this has been written over 3 years. We're supposed to have a committee responsible for that, but we don't have people yet to join that committee. So
Why we don't have people?
yes.
We
So
have members here that are effective.
so what can you personally do for that to happen?
I'm willing to work on this committee.
Thank you.
I'm willing to work on this committee.
Thank you, Mr. President. You're taking notes. We invested this time into the life of the church. Thank you. Okay, yes, it's there, but we need people to make it work. You are the church. Yeah. And okay, yes, sorry. I forgot you.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
One thing I really like about this church is my pastor. Pastor is very, very much committed. Not one day we see pastor not in church. If pastor is not in church, that means he either gone for some program somewhere or something like that. Pastor, thank you so much for what you do for God, not for men, but God. We appreciate you. And what I don't like is that, what I noticed, Pastor, is that when I come to church on Sundays, I see that the pews are empty. It bothers me. That the people I saw before, the people that I met in this church, when I came here, the pews used to be full.
And to see that people are not here, it very touching. A lot of people are not here, and sometimes we hear, oh, because you're not coming from this, and but because you're not coming from that. So we really need to reach out.
What are you going to do about that?
I don't have a problem being part of anything in this church.
And I think you will identify what
So,
you do.
I can be part of outreach ministry to be able to reach out to these people and find out what is going on. Because some people are different. Some people would like for people to reach out to them, to know what is going on in their lives and stuff like that, to encourage them to come back. So this is something we need to do in church. Everybody can do it. Everybody is a outreach person, so this is one of my concerns.
Please write it down for us.
On the piece of sheet.
After my appointment, Sister Georgia Hannah.
I really just a convention.
Yes.
And then I heard everybody having, affecting like and dislike. But I believe in my heart that those people who are here are people who are really interested in the growth of this country. And we hearing the concern around the hospital, but we can't see them. So while we here today, can we set up a outreach team and see who wants to be part of that outreach team? And we make ourselves a team today so we can start reaching out to the people.
We'll note down the next steps, which we're going to do. And again, you would agree to do that. Here or leadership to do it. So that's the next thing, is the president is going to do. What the next thing on the agenda, what are the next things you're going to do afterwards? Again, we are speaking to like and dislike, and one thing you could do to fix the dislike.
One of the things I like is the young people in this church. I like how they're responsive when adults approach them, if you're approaching them the right way, if you're respectful, to them. I like how they have visions for what they want to do in their life. What I don't like, and I've said this to Pastor before, we don't have any funds that we generate on a regular basis to support our young people who are graduating and going to college. We don't have that. One of the things I think you could do,
You can do.
what I can do,
Start with
and I've done before.
Okay. I just want you to say it in your own words.
Okay, I used to give money every year to any young adult who was graduating from high school and going to college. But that needs to be a communal thing. It needs to not be,
Put some structure to it.
if I'm not there, it doesn't
That's
happen.
it. Put some structure.
So I think that we could at least have once a month an offering where every member just gives $2, $3. It doesn't have to be a large amount, because if we do it if we do it at least once a month, by the end of the year, there would be money in a fund that we could at least give our high school graduates a love gift. Some money to help them buy books or whatever, because books, I understand, are really expensive now. But that's the one, if I see a shortcoming in this church, that would be the major one that bothers me.
Can you write it down for us?
Yes.
But we're going to take that shit. Yes. Amani and Alicia, and I will ask the president to ask if you want to extend your time or if we could decide what next, because we're committed to be here for one. So it's almost one. So Amani and Alicia, now go to the council president.
Okay, so the
One like and one dislike, and what could you do to fix your dislike?
So the one thing I like about this church is
Most.
the way that the whole church is able to show up for different people. Like whether it's graduation, different things like that, we're able to be able to show up for each other and support each other. I see so many people when we're going to graduations and stuff, how everybody's there and we're going ahead and we're talking to other people. It's like one thing I love about the church is that we're able to go ahead and show up. One thing I dislike.
Or like least?
No, it's like least.
You like least or dislike? It's just a play of words.
Okay, so one thing I dislike is, and everybody knows this, but it's like the overflow. There's like sometimes where it'll be like the first Sunday and there'll be overflow and there won't be like enough
how to handle the overflow effectively. And we're not handling it effectively. So, at least I think you get the last part on this. Now, the council president, if you want to next.
Well, for me, Immanuel actually took that. The first one to show up, how we show up for each other. That's my life in the church. My dislike is mostly for the youth and the children. I think the youth and the children will need some type of structure as far as counseling. And I don't want to just say pastor, because some of the kids don't want to just talk to their parents. And things happen and it will just need like someone to talk to. But then, like, some of the youth said, oh, I can talk to this person because they will go and tell this person. So I don't know how what we can do about that. But as far as being the church and having that form. Exactly. Yeah.
Be writing on the sheet. Take it from all right, George. And then the regular motion will be we either continue or agree to start and then decide what to do next.
Amen. 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 When it comes to what I like about the church is the unity. We are always together, no matter what happens, no matter what season we find ourselves in, we always weather the storm together. That's something I like about the church that we came here from COVID, timely death, or unexpected situation, we always stood by each other. And my dislike about the church is not my department, it's the talking. We talk when we're sleeping, we talk when we wake up, when we're kind of presence of God. We have to be quiet. And next is the cell phone ringing in the church while service is going on. The phone will be ringing, the person will look at the phone and laying down again. Why is it ringing? But most importantly, what I like is anything you love, you don't pay attention to criticism because you have a goal, you have an agenda to achieve. And what I would do as a person standing in the choir is anytime I hear people talking, I will tell the camera crew to focus on you. And we will bring that down to the congregation now. So once you told me, I will just sit you to prepare. I said, let the camera go straight to that person.
All right, thank you. So before I get the microphone to the president, so I did say what you agree, but honestly, what you suggest the church to because there's structure. We have to put things structure, we have to follow process and procedures. So we are hearing that on the sheet for you. So Mr. President, the commitment is: do we continue or do we end and then decide what do we pick up from here?
Our time is almost exhausted, so we think about it. What do you suggest? Can we borrow time to continue another 30 minutes to an hour? If people put their hands up. What other option? Yes.
So the question are we end now or
30 more minutes. No, we can borrow 30 minutes or an hour. 30 minutes.
Well, Mr. President, again, we are practicing. You give two suggestions, but she added a third. So, I mean, 30 minutes, 1 hour, or 10 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes.
Any other?
10 minutes.
Continue on Zoom. The answer is continue on Zoom.
And now, and continue on Zoom. That's your suggestion. You want to end now. Okay. Anybody else have another opinion? Something like that we haven't said yet.
My question is, who are we borrowing the time from?
Us.
From ourselves.
Oh, we are. Now let's continue.
No, we have an agenda again. No, it has to be done. One more time. One more time. 30 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. No, that's it. One more hour. 1 more hour. Our end now. Who are one end now? Put your hands up. Okay, what are the higher program? Between 10 minutes and 30 minutes. What do you vote for? You didn't vote.
Okay, I will go for 30 minutes.
I will vote for 30 minutes. So 30 minutes. We stay for 30 more minutes.
Okay, we'll stay for 30 minutes, and I'm here, but I'm gonna sit in the body. However, I think we are on a good footing, and what is important is everyone's opinion. Like I said, we cannot run an effective ministry of organization when you are not getting the opinion of those that you are working with. And your opinion matters. And I can assure you, this council is willing to do everything. Everyone's opinion, is taken into consideration, and we put those, perspectives into place. And how can we do that? Is to get us all involved. And the reason is, I might have a limited idea in what to do with regards to your opinion. So in order for us to be able to implement what your opinions are, is to get you involved. So the council is committed, is willing to work with each and every one of you here. Be it financially, morally, we are willing to work with you all because everyone here has this church at heart. And that is why you left all your important activities, your businesses, to be here. So we take it serious and we're going to work with you all. I may be a little bit absent and sitting here in present, but I'm not well. I'm just managing, but I thank God that Pastor is here and you all are here. And this we can make it happen. In Jesus' name. So, what next?
Leadership commitment.
Yeah, so, like I know I just stated, we want to begin with the forming of the outreach team, and few have volunteered to be a part of that team. So I think we'll begin the process now, and then from there we'll be calling on our elder chair of the finance committee to briefing. And it's important. The reason is one of the concerns that was raised was check bouncing. But when you don't have enough, you encounter a problem. But you will give us a little detail in where we are. Because one of the key fighters here is us managing our spending. But how can we manage our spending is to know, to be able to identify areas that we spending much, and some of those areas are not very necessary. But I think when you come forward, you will give us a little insight or more insight as to how we can manage our spending. Okay, so we just want to thank you all. Now we're working on time. I think what you said as we continue. Thank you so much. And I think we'll begin with our.
So it came from the floor, so we have to accept it and then we implement it. So what I think that's a lot of people are speaking speaking to this particular issue of reaching out to the members, and people are willing to constitute our committee publicly so that just as we are willing to put it together publicly, we'll hold it accountable. Now, in terms of next step, everything you write on those papers, I told the council to hold me accountable, and I will hold it accountable. They are your voices. What you say, they have to find ways to make it work. And I will do everything in my right, in my power to make it work, part of the guideline and constitution of the church. So from the floor, we want to form, I think there are two committees though, that was voiced. One has to do with the membership outreach and also membership grievances being addressed. Those two stood up. So we'll start with that one first. Are there people here right now? And they both are here, but I'm going to quick. They will be asked at this long time. I have to go here. I will give it to you. The committee responsibility is summarized here. Yes. Committee, just two committees.
Yeah, we had on file an NDA or something.
Oh yeah, we're training them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're training them. We're not just put them in the school. We have a guideline and constitution, and we have rules that in fact, they will go for training and we're training and they will sign something we call confidentiality stuff.
It's an NDA. Yeah. I discussed with you like
I hear you. Yeah. It's serious about the resident. You are the highest decision-making body of this church. So you should know that. I still asking you that. So again, the topic on the floor is that we form those committees right now. So if you're speaking for or against what we're doing now. So Martin, before you.
Yeah, so for the two committees, the outreach committee, I think that's a committee that, you know, we generally pick anybody who want to volunteer to join our committee. Right. But for the second committee, these are individuals who that will actually look at the congregation and see that this individual has certain character within the congregation that can be part of this committee. So and usually, process-wise, usually I have been with the opinion that, and the mindset that the mother of the year and the father of the year be a true portion of
it. It's right there in the book. It's in the book. It's in the book.
And then we look within the congregation and see people
we say that.
And see two other individuals that I really, you know, stand on within the congregation that people can yes, that people can have confidence in, because if you put them out of the community, somebody don't have confidence in them, they're not going to come out.
It's in the book. We said at least two previous fathers, two previous mothers, and these will be granted by the council and given the approval of the congregation. So on this committee, we're going to put it on board. Let me hear from you. It's been in the book one time.
I think there's something here. If I'm wrong, that's not correctly, right?
No, you're not wrong.
The grievances which we talk about here, it's not personal issue. If it's concerning a personal issue, right, I don't think that should be brought to this committee. It's not concerning the church. If you have an issue with someone in the church,
yeah. That's why
it's not personal.
Hold on. So, Master Academy is the process. But if you look at the book, the understanding was there will be grievances. In the family, there is grievance between parents and children, there are grievance between husband and wife, there are grievances. And this committee will be, if there are issues among church members, the committee will handle it. That's what we are talking about here.
Yes.
Anything of sensitive nature, bring it to the pastor or go out there and find third party.
Yes.
Let me clear on that. Yes. This is the general rule of practice, best practices.
Yes. Yeah.
So you still want to speak? It is clear. All right, so with the grievance committee, we have a formula that we'll use. Council will do that. But let's do the think by that we had 3 volunteers already. If I'm wrong, I was wrong. Brother Joe was one of them. Mother Elizabeth was one of them. Sis Tulu was one of them. Who else would like to be on that? Yes, my home. All inclusive. All inclusive. We call it in-reach and outreach. It's in the book. In-reach and outreach. All right. Any other person want to be on that? Okay. You're going to work at least once a month meeting. All right. Okay. Council President, you got a name? I'm asking you to right? All right. Yeah, we got, I think I'll go over the name of Elizabeth, Brother Joe, Sister Evelyn, Juan Akwe, Joyce Adams, and Sis Tulu Darling. No, General in the ocean. Yes.
All the grievances, are there. I put myself there.
All right, the council will have to endorse that first. We have a formula, but we said there should be 2 large members. 2 large members, or the council will have to have an input in there. Once we elected them, to make decisions. All right, this has been a very, very beautiful day. Like I said, it's an investment into the church. So the next thing is, if you haven't done your worksheet, can you do it now before we collect it? And then we'll close with some time of prayer. Yes, Ella Brown, you got the last 15 minutes. And basically, it's to paint the financial picture of how we've been handling finances. And then we'll take some feedback, and then council will go to work.
Good afternoon. I want to thank all of you for coming. Today is our final anniversary of celebration, the convention. And to me, when you talk about anniversary, to me, what comes to mind is about reflection of where you were and where you are today. And also thinking about where you want to go. And we've already started the process. When it comes to the financial aspect, say, Pastor, I got 15 minutes. I will start off by giving you a little, history about myself and connecting to the church. I believe it was in July or August 2006. At that time, I was working with Pennsylvania or Department of Long-Term Care as an auditor. I used to audit nursing home. And my office was Norristown State Hospital. So one day when I went for lunch, I met a pastor there in the cafeteria. So we spoke to each other, we started talking. Then he said, "Oh, you're from Nigeria?" I said, "Yes. I went there as an holiday in Nigeria." He said, "Oh, I'm a pastor. I'm being trained right now in college, but I'll be graduating soon. And then I will open my church in Lansdowne." So Aaron was 2 hours with them with that. He said, "Will you mind coming to service before?" I said, "Sure." So I kept that in mind. And then when the church opened, I became a member. At one point, you were living in, I think, Gruma before you moved here. With God help to clean up this and clean it. And at the time, Orpheus was downstairs. So service started going on whole week. Sometimes our intake would be like $300, $200, for the whole week, for even to pay $1,000 a whole month. it was not easy. I was kind of looking around yesterday, trying to find my whole paper, but the computer is not done. Anyway, so when you look at where we were at that time and today, what we used to make a whole week, somebody can put that in today for as an offering for one day. So we have come a long way. And then I want to thank you to the congregation, those who were there from the beginning, and those who also joined us, to come this far. And also to the pastor and the management team who are doing their best to retain everybody here. Our issue with the financial system is not that we are paying bill what we're not supposed to pay. That's not an issue. It's just that when you're growing and the church is big like this, it comes with challenges in terms of the bills and other things. So as the expenses is going up, if the income is not catching up with that, then you not even be able to save. It's always also like our home. If what you bring in home is almost equal to your expenses for the month, nothing will be left over for you to save. So I'm glad Brother Mazi made out a great suggestion. We've always been thinking about saving, but the suggestion is made for the congregation to try to raise mission offering. If we go by that, I know, we'll go by that and see what will happen. But so as we stand, our church budget is at least 100,000 and more. Okay, and we've been managing to pay those expenses that we have. And even at some point, if we the income that we generate from the tithe and offering and other programs may not even enough in our particular month to meet other expenses. Sometimes, for example, for pastor or salary and things, we have to negotiate ways to defer the payment or to accrue it. That means we hold it until we have enough money to cover that, then we'll be able to take care of that. So these are your challenges that we've been going through in the finance office, So all in all, we're then operating at a break-even point, which means your expenses equal to what you're bringing in. So if we continue to do well and put some recommendation in place and work together, the saving aspect can also be taking care of that. So I want to say thank you and continue with our commitment and support our budget. This is not a formal report, for me to present a financial data to you so we can go through and answer questions and stuff. But at some point, we may get to that. So, Councilman, that's all I have to say for now.
Thank you for the testimony. Before you go, people got questions for you. But I think one thing Elder Brown indicated is that, and our next meeting will be in January. That will be our annual meeting, and at that time, you will have the council will have their technical report, and it will be ready for you to look at it.
But we've been growing, and we are still growing. But the group cannot go forward without a body structure, and that's where we are now. We got a body structures. I can no more be the structure, and that's one of the reasons here. Yeah.
I want to ask this question because you mentioned how the ELC is structured and how finances are structured. Have we made any increase in our pastor's salary since he received his doctorate degree? And are we paying above the base salary that the ELCA has set for a pastor?
So I think the very question, are we at the base or even before? Above. The short answer is, since I've been here, I've not had any increase for 18 years. No shame. No, we're not ready yet. We're not there yet, but we can get there.
So what you're saying is,
Yes.
we're paying base salary.
We're not even at the base.
And if something should happen and you're no longer available, we would be in a place where we might have.
That be able to call another pastor, qualified. So one of the agreements is that we don't need to be sure we've been trying, but we can get there. I think we don't know, that's why we get into know them. That's why before you go to those of you who want to go to the ELC and study statistics, look at, they got a calculator there. They got to have how many your pastor should be making. It's very easy. They tell you the base and all of the benefits. But Sister Joy is a good question, and I think you should write that down because in our annual meeting, those are issues that can come as resolution. I can do that. It is not the council that can do that. Yes, who else never up? Okay, so let me explain for you all again. The way I came here, it was at the ELC or paying for the first 7 years. Okay? And they were there. But I understand, I'm a refugee, you are a refugee, I don't know my minimum. See, John, I hear you, and I hear you. I hear you, I'm with you. You know, you were council president before. But the point I'm trying to get is our time for them to understand and know before they can live up into it. But I think as far as they don't know, a lot of people here don't know. If you ask them how much an average group pastor supposed to be, they don't know. The council will need to know, and the council will inform you, because that's part of their job. Yes.
The mistake came from when the ESA was paying pastor. And when we came in this church were online. When the ESA were paying pastor, they still saved from rainy days. And this is our rainy days. That's why we're supposed to start saving back in. So we able as soon as we see ESA there, we will be able to start working with.
And it didn't happen, so what are you going to do after that?
Well,
that's a question for the council and you also answer later.
But my concern is, what is considered down laws, actually laws our pastor is saying all of it. Why?
Because we have never had this kind of opportunity to voice it out.
And even if
like I was saying, right? You said we put it on ESA paying for other business, right? Then we got whatever money was taken from the offering at time, right? They say,
so let me share a story you are sharing my house. One of my philosophy is I can keep money in the bank and I pay all my bills. That's one of my philosophy. And the church can decide how you want to live. But you cannot have money in the bank and your bills are not paid.
Right?
I'm just saying my truth. That's my truth. But again, this is not about me. This is about you. This is your church. And God has been faithful and always going to you. But you need to know and understand the future, where you are and where you need to go. So you have another convention coming up. So the council have work to do. So we got to keep with the time. Any more questions from the floor? Yes.
to keep their money that they make, which I understand that. But like also, we also need to think that we're also under one church. So it's like, we all have these different monies everywhere. It's just like, we're not like.
Consolidating the income.
Exactly, we're not looking at it.
All right. So you guys have done very well. We have some refreshment. So the next meeting like this will be in January. And I personally, my recommendation will be to the choir is to be after church so we can do justice like we did today. There are a lot of things that were brought to the floor. And again, put me on this. I am giving council all of their constitutional and regulatory power to do what they're supposed to do, and I'll push them to do it. Because the truth is, I'm not going to be the pastor of this church forever.
You need to be paid.
Well, so with that, we'll take a motion to adjourn. There are other things we didn't get to. We'll get to that with the council, and then in January we'll get back to it. Any final word from the floor?
I'm moving to adjourn. No final word to be put on the floor. The meeting be adjourned.
Okay, yeah, then move and second, the meeting be adjourned. So at this time, our meeting has come to an end. Refreshment in the basement, I want to say a big thank you for your commitment to the church. And we want to encourage you to continue doing what you're doing. We're getting there little by little. So you're being here, I want to say thank you. At this time, we ask Sister Little disperse us in the word of prayer. Or dismiss us with a word of prayer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Remember, tomorrow Saturday, 2 p.m. Not 11 a.m.
Thank you. Sister, thank you, everybody.
Oh, yeah. We would have found that. Yeah, we can. Oh, we'll visit over down. That's a pledge for this process. And a pledge for this process.
Oh, wow.
But y'all told what to get and y'all give us something.
No, come on. We're not speaking into my, I'm not, come here. You're gonna go shopping with us tomorrow. We're not speaking. You know that.